It is Monday,
It'll be all right.
August 8th, and although very beautiful to look at in here today, not very fairy tale-ish. It's only 86 degrees, but it feels like a stiflingly hot 186.
Nice dissolve.
When you factor in the humidity and the hot air blowing everywhere.
How dare you?
It's more like Spaceballs hot today than fairy tale hot. Anyway, always fun times and great things, although going on to laugh at, although I would start to brace yourself for some kind of a stage show to begin soon, because I'm sure you can see they have Biden testing positive for like the 7th day in a row last time we heard.
Come on.
At least as of the moment last we heard.
Look, folks.
And that was a couple days ago. Clearly, they do not want him mumbling and jumbling and speaking gibberish on the TV screens at the moment.
Hail to the chief, he's the chief and he needs hailing.
Well, after a second bout of isolation, the president left for his vacation house, and of course he ignored the questions from the assembled media. But before his latest break by the beach, the president made these puzzling comments.
You know, I know most families are focused on just putting 3 meals on the table, taking care of their kids and paying their bills. Helping you do that is my job. That's the president's job as well.
It's my job and it's the president's job as well. That's what he said. Who exactly does he think is president? And it wouldn't be a Biden press conference without the president mangling a few words.
7 Nobel laureates in the economy, on the economists, and the economics, I should say.
What happened with the teleprompter, man?
Come on, man.
And it seems despite his time in isolation and the many months he's spent in the basement in the lead up to the 2020 election, the president still hasn't mastered Zoom calls.
You're on mute. I can't hear you.
Can you hear me now? Good. Now. Good. Can you hear me now? Can you hear me now?
We feel your presence, Mr. President.
So they are keeping his profile low, just as the Hunter Biden laptop conundrum is resurfacing. And now the latest distraction, which is the raid on Trump, that will get all of the people clamoring and distracted. And then, of course, they'll prop him back out when they want to.
I thought I heard a rumble in my staff saying, oh, he's back.
And he's being used anyway at the moment for propaganda to keep this COVID thing still in the back of people's minds while they, begin to hype up and promote the monkeypox. Shortly before, we're going to start to see issues with the food supply chain, which seems to be what they're doing, because he has no symptoms. Always, I feel great, And if you know anything about what is going on, you are aware that the PCR test can simply become positive anytime they want by upping the magnification at which they analyze the sample. And they will then find anything they want the more they magnify the sample. So if they want to keep them, secured and, on lockdown and self-isolation, they can just up the magnification. I'm sure Biden's not running over and saying, hey, Doc, what magnification are you using on the PCR test? And again, he's a puppet and will do what he's told anyway. They don't even need to test him. They just say, yo, positive again. He'll say, come on, you know. But to me, it's an interesting indicator because, you know, everything seems to be forming the perfect storm at the moment for them to, you know, unleash the multiple consequences onto the people of the disastrous things they have done to the world economically, globally, over these past 2 years. And, you know, they are starting to lose a little bit of control of the narrative, you know, so much so that they're quickly moving on to the next stage of, as we knew would come, the demonization of anybody with common sense and the understanding of what a free mind is. They've included now everyone into the term they are umbrellaing the you know, campaign against, which is conspiracy theorists, which has now turned into this, you know, campaign by the UN to target anybody saying anything differently than the talking heads on the television, and have them demonized and labeled conspiracy theorists, and then to not, you know, encouraging people to not share the information that they come across online as a way to curb this horrific attempt at, you know, spreading mis and disinformation, which, like I said, will include now locally anyway in the United States, a list made by the FBI includes everything from, you know, the Betsy Ross flag to you know, the Trumpsters, to the anarcho-capitalists, voluntarists, patriots, constitutionalists, and, you know, conservative Republicans as the devil, you know, all lumped into one, you know, and flags and symbols all distributed to the FBI, telling them to look out for these things as the signs of domestic terrorism. You know, doesn't include symbols, signs, and flags from actual domestic terrorists that destroy property, injure people, like the Antifa crowd, the BLM crowd, the, you know, Extinction Rebellion crowd, you know, crowds of people that demonize, harass, and, you know, initiate harm against other people and private property. You know, they're not on the list. And you have to laugh at it because you knew it was coming, because if you don't, how are you going to stay courageous enough to stand up against it, you know? I'll tell you, when it comes to comedy, I was over at my buddy's house over the weekend, my buddy Daryl and Sandra's house, and they treated me to the new Jim Breuer comedy special. let me tell you, do yourself a favor. If you realize all the nonsense of this bullshit, do yourself a favor and watch that comedy special. I will put the link in the show notes, and enjoy this little taste of it.
And then the news cockatoos come out. Watch the news, watch the news. Trust the experts, trust the experts. Trust the science, trust the science. CDC, CDC, Dr. Fauci, Dr. Fauci. Mask on, mask off, 2 shots, 1 shot, mask on, 2 masks. Comply, comply.
6 foot safe. Do what you are told. It is for your safety. Delta, the Omega, the Charlie Brown.
Stay inside. This is never ending.
I'll tell you, it just gets better and better, and he's certainly one who appears to have the balls enough to attempt to take comedy back, because many comedians are being silenced when it comes to the topics they poke fun at anymore during this attempt at censorship in the world. So very glad to see Jim Breuer, who I'm sure you remember from one of the best movies ever made, stoner movies ever made, Half Baked, you know.
Get some sour cream and onion chips with some dip, man. Some beef jerky, some peanut butter. Get some Haagen-Dazs ice cream bars, a whole lot of hot. Make sure chocolate, gotta have chocolate, man. Some popcorn, red popcorn, graham crackers. Graham crackers is the marshmallows, the little marshmallows and little chocolate bars, and we'll make some s'mores, man.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying, yo.
The whole thing's great, you know. He's an 80s kid, 70s, 80s kid like myself. And if you want to laugh, take a time out and enjoy yourself for about an hour. Treat yourself to the video, you know. We need to start to realize the lunacy of this thing and speak out about it more and more. But, you know, encouraging people to come out of their states slowly as things really start to fall apart is something we should be focused on. I know everyone's at the point where they realize running around trying to wake everyone up is not going to do it. And it's not, you know. But being open-minded to those who are yet to wake up on their own as shit starts to, you know, manifest around them is something that we should be doing, because this is a numbers game. We need people to come out of that state. So to demonize them because they have not gone all the way and identified the full tyranny in their own mind yet and still have some loyalty to the current system is not a reason to dismiss everyone that is going to be lumped into this one category with those of us that do understand. But you know, knowing this was going to be a part of it is certainly one of the reasons that those of us that have been speaking out for so long need to continue to speak out. It's in order to encourage others to do the same as they come to this realization, if they do. So anyway, I don't know. I don't even know where I was going with that. My fucking head hurts. I'm so fucking hot. I'm sweating fucking death. Trying to stay on topic, but my God, I'm sweating. Oh God. So, you know, anyway, you know, that being said, you know, the comical aspect of it all is always there to help develop that courage, developing a sense of humor, and undermining a mental undermining through comedy of what they're trying to do within, you know, one's mind by laughing at the lunacy and the ridiculous fucking nonsense that we all have come to realize is stupid and retarded. Is, to me, a very huge psychological tool that can be used to bring people to that level of courage necessary. So, the contradictions and things that we see, such as, you know, someone like Tedros. This guy, when asked if and what his first vaccine was like and when he's gotten them and if he's gotten them, you guessed it, you know.
Thank you so much for taking the time to meet with me.
Thank you. Thank you for having me.
I want to ask you about your own vaccination. You got your first shot when?
You know, still I feel like I know where I belong.
Huh?
In a poor country called Ethiopia, in a poor continent called Africa.
What?
And wanted to wait until Africa and other countries in other regions, low-income countries, start vaccination. So I was protesting, in other words, because we're failing.
Of course, you know what I mean? I love his answer too, you know. So, you know, when was your, you know, first vaccine, or how do you feel about it? What was it like for you? Or however they worded it, I can't remember at the moment. And he said, he might as well have said, well, you know, roses are red, violets are blue, I'm a schizophrenic, and so am I. I mean, you know, I literally, you know what I'm saying, he might as well have just any kind of gibberish, because he completely just answered the question by not answering the question, as they all do. And then, you know, that's just the end of that. And of course, you know, the real importance of what you need to take away from that is he ain't got that fucking thing, you know. These people
hell no!
Know what they're doing, you know. And he's telling everyone else they need to have it. He's declaring world pandemics and things that are going to affect everyone's life right down to the fine fucking detail. But he's not doing anything that he's telling you, not only you recommend, that you have to do through, you know, various ways of the mandation of these things through the backdoor connection between government and corporations, which is this, you know, new kind of open fascism that we're all looking at, that is actually taking over. You know, this new combination of fascism and Nazism and Marxism and communism all rolled together into one, umbrellaed by the new aspect of AI policing everyone's behavior through social crediting and the control of money and resources connected to that social crediting score. Yay! So, anyway, you know, check out the Jim Breuer special. Do some laughing. Some spiritual growth will come with that laughter, because realizing the comedic aspects of how stupid things are, and to hear someone say what you're already thinking, you know, adds a certain emotional element to the comedy, you know what I'm saying? And it can grow inside a person into becoming more and more courageous when it comes to speaking the truth, you know? So, do yourself a favor, treat yourself to the comedy, and don't get offended during it, like he says, because he does a whole skit on these people that get offended at everything, and what a choice that is. It's a great special, and I highly recommend it. And I thank Daryl and Sandra for sharing it with me, because I needed that laugh. Anyway, I'll close it out there. Hope all is well. I'm going to start making my way back as I can barely talk. I'm like dehydrated again. It's, you know, exactly like that. You know, but anyway, as always, hope all is well, and we'll see you on the next one. Get learning, get speaking.